Well, today my handle broke on my hammer, so let's fix that.
So you're probably wondering, how did I break my handle? Yesterday, I tried splitting some nice big oak pieces that I had dried, and just wasn't going too well. So I did what anyone else would do and tried to hit it with my blacksmithing hammer. And I guess I was just a little bit too brutal with it, and I didn't know, but I snapped the handle that day. So yeah, it's not very good. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to clear out the plug from the old handle. So right now I'm just splitting the piece down to size before I start cutting it with a bandsaw. Now I know what you're probably going to say. This looks like a awfully dull bandsaw blade, and this is time slab too. And yeah, you're right. It's pretty bad. I do have a new blade coming, and hopefully it'll be much better than this. So what I'm doing here is I'm grinding up some charcoal, and I'll use this to mark my eye because I don't have a proper marker that could get in there accurately. So this is the best idea I could think of. It actually worked pretty well. The contrast isn't as good in the camera, but with the human eye, it worked out pretty good. So right now I'm working on the eye portion of the handle so I can get the fit onto the hammer. This is probably one of the most tedious parts, just trying to get a nice true fit to the hammer eye. The best thing to do is just take it just real slow. So right now I'm just breaking the corners of the piece. This helps me with shaping the handle and keeping everything symmetrical. So right now I'm working on cutting the wedge piece. This will be going down into my hammerhead. Now I'll be sanding this piece down to size. The wood I'm using for this handle is a black walnut too. And what I'm doing right here is I'm chamfering the sides of the wedge so when I hammer it, it doesn't crack. And now I'm just truing up the cut I made with some sandpaper. This helps with the fit up of the wedge.
So we got everything all sanded up, got a nice clean cut. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert our hammer head. Okay, so now what you might think we should do is hold it like this and give us some taps like that. But you actually want to flip it upside down and use our little friend inertia, and we're just going to hold it and strike it down. And we want to have a very loose grip on the handle so it slides down when we hit it. Not that loose. So now what we're going to do is put as much wood glue in there as we can. So I'm going to fill this little hole up with a slit. There we go. Insert my wedge. Now I'll put a little bit of wood glue on it. So now we just want to give that a few gentle taps, making sure it stays straight. Figured the best place to do this would be on the anvil because it's a nice sturdy surface. So what we're going to do is place the wedge on the anvil and strike the back of the handle. Making sure that stays straight. The goal here is to drive the wedge as deep as possible.
If you enjoy this style of me doing voiceovers, just please let me know in the comments section. Focusing more on my work and not having to worry about talking and explaining things too.
There's what it looks like. That's not too bad. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. What it looks like with the oil on it. So I got some Howard's cutting board oil. I really like the way this looks. She looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the nice color on that. Well, I thought about it for a little bit and I thought it would be better to burn this, because whenever I start blacksmithing and I have, you know, hands covered in soot and stuff, this is going to look kind of dirty and ugly. So, we'll give a little bit of color. I like the looks of, you know, the natural grain, but I do think with my propane torch would work. I do think wood burn handles look kind of cool. Put a little bit more oil on it while the handle's hot. Oh yeah, would you look at that? Tell you what, that feels pretty nice in the hand. Has a much better feel than my other handle. My other handle just kind of felt awkward. Never could get it to set right. But boy, look at that beauty. Feels good in the hands.